My name is Michael Mastro. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at the very amazing chart of Miley Cyrus, who just won a Grammy in 2024 for her song Flowers. If you look to the eastern horizon using Vedic sidereal zodiac, not Western tropical zodiac, you would see the constellation uh, of, of Taurus rising in the east at 4 degrees. First, we're going to look and see how the planets are operating in her chart, and then we'll look and see when they're operating and what could be done to strengthen the chart. So she has a very strong sun, which gives her amazing leadership abilities. Sun is ruling the house of happiness and family. Um, Now, she did have a divorce. Let's see here. And a lot of support. Sun is indicated for a father, and a lot of support for her father, who was Billy Ray Cyrus, a very famous country westerner singer. Gives her lead acting and lead singing abilities. Then she has a weak, debilitated, and afflicted by Rahu moon. It's at only 2 degrees, so it's at infant state as well. Um, and it gives her success. It's ruling the house of success, sitting in the house of partnership. So success through partnerships and public entertainment. Now, moon is an indicator for heart as well as sun, and she does have heart issues. She has tachycardia, which means her heart races, especially when she's doing something intense like on tour, on stage, etc. Then she has a very challenging Mars. Any multicona sign in the 6th, 8th, or the 12th, the ruler of those signs becomes challenging or functional malefic. So in the 12th house, we have Aries ruled by Mars. And so Mars can be challenging, and it is very close to the rising sign degree. So uh, it actually causes some stress to uh, the 9th house, the 10th house, and uh, and the 3rd house and the 5th house. So it limits. 5th house has to do with children, so it limits the number of children. I don't think she has any children. Um, and then we have weak infant state Mercury. Any planet that's less than 5 degrees is said to be an infant state, or more than 25 is said to be in old age. And infants and older people have trouble promoting their own significations. So Mercury rules the 5th house of children. So this limits the number of children. And the 5th house has to do with creativity. So it gives creativity through partnerships. That creativity, because Mercury's weak, can be controversial. She has some controversial things where she was posing sexually explicit in some of her music videos. Then we have Jupiter, which is also challenging. You see in the 8th house, which is a challenging house, you have Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. And the 8th house has to do with vulnerabilities. In her case, it gives her this vulnerability when it's creatively expressed through musical entertainment, makes her really authentically relatable to, and makes her very popular. We have challenging Venus. Venus is, you see Libra in the 6th house, which is also challenging, ruled by Venus. And the 6th house has to do with healing through her musical expression. And then also can have conflict in relationships. She has some very difficult relationships. And then in Saturn is also weak. It is ruling the house of career. But through her charity work, animal rights, being an animal rights advocate, and Happy Hippie homeless foundation for homeless kids. She is transforming or boosting Saturn. Then we have challenging Rahu and Ketu. So they, in every chart, Rahu and Ketu can cause harm. Not so much, a little bit afflicting the moon, but otherwise they're fairly benign. But this relationship of Ketu in the first and Rahu in the seventh has her learning to balance her needs, the first house, with the needs of our partners, seventh house. So let's look at the timing of events. In 2006 through 11, she was the star of Hannah Montana, a Disney series. That's during a moon period. Moon is ruling the house of success. And in 2012, she got engaged during a Jupiter period. Jupiter has to do significator for husband, bringing life, ruling the house of life-changing events. In 2013, she was involved in a controversial MTV video called Wrecking Ball, one of her songs, where she was posing sexually explicit. She also had a split with her boyfriend at the time. And this is all during a Mercury period. Remember, Mercury is a little bit weak and has to do with controversial speech or expression. Then in 2016, she got back with her partner and during a K2 period, bringing life-changing events. Major event in November 11th, 2018, she lost her home and also split up with her partner. If you look at the transit chart on the left, you'll see that it was during a Venus period, and transit Jupiter was afflicting natal Sun. Sun is ruling the house of home life. And then Rahu and Ketu were close to the most effective point, afflicting 6 out of her 12 houses, and also afflicting Mars, which is also property or home. In 2019, she got a divorce during a Venus period. Venus is ruling the house of divorce. And then in 2024, February 4th, she got a Grammy for Flowers. And if you look at the transit chart at that time, Rahu's in the 11th house, bringing income, and Mercury is, Saturn's in its own sign, and Mercury's very strong in the 9th house. So Mercury is creativity, entertainment in the house of good fortune. So what could be done to strengthen the chart? Well, she's already doing lots of charity work that are transforming Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Rahu, and Ketu. The rest of the planets could be strengthened with my favorite remedy, a kavash, which is a silver locket containing the Devata yantras for her benefic planets. If you'd like to get a kavash or learn Vedic astrology or get a reading, you can go to www.vastucreations.com. Thank you so much for listening. And be sure and subscribe.